really about having matchup experience. Here we have an anomaly.
My original point is still there. And you just dodged the question.
I'm not dodging. I'm asking the question. Name an example of any other player that has that.
Yo, Sonic's even talking about it in the chat. If you beat me all the time and I win every tournament, are you still better than me?
Wait. If I beat you all the time and you do what?
If you for sure can beat me every single match, but I win every tournament because people that I beat you before you get to me, are you better than me? Hell fuck no, nigga.
Okay, but I guess no. Okay, time out. I get that argument and I can concede that logic. Hold up. But let me tell you real quick, that's not valid because the only tournaments we have are NCR and final round. In the NCR situation, there were no people that were better than Knives that could beat him before he got there. So that wasn't the case. The only example where this actually happened, it wasn't even the person that beat him that Eduardo could beat because Knives lost to the same nigga that Eduardo lost to. So it wasn't the case in any of those situations.
And it's beat him.
Okay, so he lost to one guy on 1 2 out of 3 off of one drop combo in one situation, and there's one individual that can beat him. So it's not the people, it is the person. And there's one example based off of a 2 out of 3, which we know that is not consistent, nigga. Knock all of that off. Knock all of that off. Knock all of that off. Come on, nigga. No. The only circumstance where that is existent was that one tournament, and that's clearly not consistent. Because the other tournament, he outplaced him.
Also, the one time that it happens in PRL's favor, it's not consistent. But with the one time that it happens in Knight's favor, bam, you got concrete evidence.
No. I'm not saying this is concrete evidence. I'm not making a point. I'm only belittling your point and telling you why your point is undropped balls. I'm not saying my point is anything. My point is only that your point is garbage. That's all I'm saying. Real talk. I'm not making a point. I didn't establish a point. My only point is that your point is invalid because it doesn't make sense.
No.
Tell me how does that make sense if Knives outplaced him in another opportunity? I got it to make sense.
So they're 1-1.
They are 1-1.
So why is he better?
Why is Knives better?
Yeah.
Because he beat him all the time into the long sets. Because them niggas money matched. Like, listen, if all we had was a tournament and it had no playing against each other, there would be no argument. But we have an experience where these niggas played against one another. So if they played against one another and this nigga Knives is bodying his business, then we can obviously say, well, okay, wait a minute, this is kind of conclusory here.
Conclusory? Yeah, let's add Ski to the call.
Yes, I know Ski's an intelligent man, so he's gonna bring some
black.
Yeah, name the people who Knives loses to another tournament that PR Rock usually beats. Because the only people that he's lost to in tournaments consistently is that nigga Filipino champ. Who did he lose to at NCR? Filipino champ and Filipino champ. Does Rock usually beat him? Absolutely not. Who did he lose to at what's it called?
All the time. And Rock beats him a lot too.
Knives and him plays long sets too, and Knives beat him a lot too. It doesn't mean the fact that it doesn't change the fact that Rog beats Filipino champ. Filipino champ beats Rog more than vice versa. If they play matches, Filipino champ wins the most. If Knives and Filipino champ play matches, Filipino champ wins the most. So I need to understand where's the logic here.
Who does Knives lose to? Does he lose to anybody?
I mean, he loses to Filipino champ free.
How does PR Balrog do against Filipino champ?
He loses to Filipino champ free as well.
I don't know yet.
Is that really true?
Yes, them niggas have played and he loses. Look at their own sets. They played all the time. Think about it. Like, what am I basing off of this? What would be the contrary to this argument? He loses to him free. They play all the time, and Filipino champ loses more.
Set up a match. Just set up, if you feel like you can set up a match and get it on.
I asked already for that, and don't trip. It will probably be happening at Curly Mustache. Me and Yas have already been talking about it. We're trying to get that match happening. Knives versus Filipino.
You know what? No, like
Eduardo, and I'm gonna bet my house, nigga, and my children's circumcision on that match.
Hold on. Orlando, you pretty much spend like the most time with Eduardo. Do you think that he would play Knives again?
No.
To be honest, I wasn't there when they had their set, but I don't see Pyro not saying, like, turning that
Dude,
down.
all I'm saying is I was in that room.
Yeah,
I was in that room in final round, and that was bad.
Yeah, it was in my room.
Yeah, it was in your room. Like, I do not think, not that he's scared of him, but it's just the fact that I don't think Eduardo would play him. Because
when they played that set, it was bad. Like he
What
got
score?
5-2 with the perfect. Run it back 5-1 with a perfect. Run it back 3-1 with a perfect.
It was no perfects like that.
There were 3 perfect in the match. What it was 5-2 with a perfect. Run it back 5-1 with a perfect.
There were no 3 perfects. It was like 1 perfect.
There were 2 perfects. 5-2 with a perfect in the first set. 5-1 with a perfect.
No, you just said 3. Now you're saying 2.
Listen, there were 2 perfects. 5-2. Listen, there were 2 perfects. 5-2 in the first set. 5-1 in the second set. And I believe there's a third perfect or the 3-1 set.
Yeah, you need to get your...
Ask Knives. Ask Knives. Knives or no? Ask Knives. I know
I know for
it was
fact
bad.
the very first set was 5-2 with a perfect.
Yeah.
And the run back was 5-1 with a perfect.
Yo, I was there. It was in my room.
Okay.
You weren't there.
Champ was, Rob was there,
Oh.
Knives was there, and
Oh.
all 3 of them corroborated the exact same story. You're the only outlier in this situation. To 3 niggas that were there, one of which was an actual direct witness to it.
Talking with you
Huh?
about. I'm pretty sure Eduardo was not there saying, "Yeah, man, that nigga perfected me
He's
3
not saying it
times."
right now, but he said when we talked about it, because I called him out on the FGTV stream right after I talked to him the next time after I found out about that match.
Nah.
No? So now I'm just lying? So now I just gotta be making stuff up because you don't want to admit that this nigga got bodied twice with 2 perfects, 5-2 and 5-1 in 2 sets. And the nigga cried. What?
Fuck only
Not at all.
liar.
And he cried.
And he cried.
No, he didn't cry.
Real talk on my life, Champ told me he cried, and I asked him, I said, yo, did he really cry? Champ said literally tears came out of his eyes on my life. On
Okay.
my life.
Okay.
And he
Great,
said,
nigga.
I've never seen him that mad in my entire life.
All right.
Okay.
So you say he cried. I don't believe that.
I'm
Just
saying,
say no,
I'm saying based off of what Champ told me, yes.
All right. I guess you are right.
Okay, just step up your vocab, nigga. I don't make
That
no
nigga got
words.
so much fire to cry. He will not be. PRR was not crying.
Yeah, he was not
After
crying.
all, Champ said point blank, the nigga cried. Champ said it. Why would I make it up? Hold on. First off, let me get established something real quick. Anybody that deals with me on any kind of basis knows 100% I'm not a liar. That's not something I'm gonna do. I'm gonna jeopardize my soul, nigga, just to make up some random nonsense about this nigga PR wrong.
Yeah, boys.
What fucking logic is that? I'm telling you, this nigga Champ said that he freaking cried.
Nobody's calling you a liar. All I said was you said 3, and then you changed it.
I never changed anything. I was in the middle of a sentence that you interrupted, and I was definitely saying the statement that there were 2 perfects on the first long set, 5-2 and then 5-1. Both matches contained a perfect, and then the third perfect, I believe, was on the first of 3. Never did I change a thing. You just interrupted me before I got to justify my statement.
What you're saying right now is basically you're saying PRR is a bitch ass nigga after he lost. He pulled a Chris G.
Who's that?
Wait, what is that?
Yeah, what is that?
I don't even understand what you're saying, bro. Like, where the words you're choosing like have nothing to do with anything. That's not even a direct inference from the words that I'm using, bro. Like, what are you talking about? You need to knock 65% of that off. I'm not saying he's anything. I'm just saying that nigga cried.
Why would he cry after losing a couple sets?
You make them evaluations about that nigga's character. I didn't do that. I'm saying specifically that it was said to me, and I'm relaying the story that was relayed to me, that nigga cried. I'm not saying he's a biatch or nothing like that.
You ever played the game Telephone?
So this is all I'm gonna say. I'm not saying that you weren't told that. I'm just saying I don't think that really happened.
Yeah, you ever
saying
played the game Telephone?
You guys are forgetting that I was in that same room. You know, I saw everything that happened as well. And, you know, I'm 100% sober. So, like, when I saw everything going on, I'm just letting you know, like, I saw what happened. I saw, like, I didn't see tears come down Eduardo's face, but I really thought that he was seconds away from punching Knives in the face.
Yeah, he was gonna punch him in the face.
He was gonna punch him in the face.
And Knives is like a scared little boy, just like trying to stay.
Knives just got that face you want to punch.
Right.
Shut up, Larry. Shut up.
I mean, Knives didn't do anything back because he was like in a room filled with opposition. You know, I'm serious. Like there was nobody.
Let me put it to you this way.
Yeah, there was nobody on his side.
So let me put it. I'm gonna say this real quick. If that happened on the West Coast, it would not go down the same way. That's all I'm gonna say on that. If we really gonna get serious, if that happened on the West Coast, it would not go down to that. Put money on that. Let that nigga try to punch him on the West Coast. Put money on that.
Rock is a nut. He would have done it anyway.
All right, I'm saying it wouldn't have happened on the West Coast, or the situation wouldn't have terminated the way it did. I put money on that.
It was bad when we were there.
Yeah. I mean, you're in tournament by your dang self. That's what made Dark Prince cry. You're in tournament by
Well, let's just
yourself
see.
with
Let's
somebody
just
by a nigga and his homeboy, and this nigga's over here trying to get live with you over you raping him in a game. I can see something like that happen. I'm just saying. There's no possible way it would happen on the West Coast.
Mike said he doesn't think they'll play, but I still like Ski's idea. Like, they just need to play. Let's just have them play again.
I would like to see them play. I just don't think it would happen. I mean, maybe that's what I'm saying. Maybe you can go talk him into it. You know?
You really think that Eduardo would back down because he got triple perfected? I know.
No, I think it's a combination of things. Like, I'm telling you, when they were there, this dude wanted to knock him out. So it's almost the point of, well, if I win, then it's like, you know, big deal. But if I lose, I'm going to want to kill this guy.
But he wanted to knock him out because he got raped.
No, I think, no, he wasn't respecting the way the guy was playing the game because still at that point, nobody knew who or what a Knives was. You know, he kind of, this guy that beat Noel at farm fights or whatever, then goes to final round, and then he's just bodying everybody in sets. And plus, Eduardo may or may not have been under the influence of alcohol at the time.
Yeah, he was drinking at the time, too.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give him that one.
So I don't even know where you started off.
They played again, and I know he got bodied, sober, tournament.
Oh, at NCR, right? Yeah, NCR.
Yeah, the only silver match they've had so far is the tournament one. I don't know why you think.
All right, go on, T-Pain. Blame it on the alcohol. Name it on the alcohol.
Yo, it's a fact. It's a fact that he was drunk, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a fact.
All right.
It's a fact that he was drunk.
All right, we'll set up a long set.
I'm just saying,
Set up
like,
a long set.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying, like, you can't really use that set.
I'm saying,
That's
great. I agree with you, Flash. You're right. Look, he was inebriated, and I think everybody can understand that playing under the influence of alcohol, people are obviously their reflexes are slow, and their understanding and their reasoning is of course going to be impaired. Therefore, I definitely think that Rog would have definitely put up a much better fight than the 5-2 with a perfect, 5-1 with a perfect, 3-1 with a perfect. So therefore, I think it would be best that we settle it with a new set where we put large amounts of money on the line, and I will definitely bet my children. And every other thing that I own on that match. I would love you guys to make me a filthy rich man. Please let's set up the follow-up match, and I will gladly back Knives for every dime Eduardo can come up with. Set that up. I don't even think there needs to be an argument about it. If you believe this nigga Rog is ready, set it up. And it's not like we don't have the venue for this. I'm not blowing smoke. There is a curly mustache tournament in 10 days. There's a curly mustache tournament in 10 days on the West Coast at Super Arcade. Let's go ahead and bet that match there.
I guess you gotta talk to PR Rob.
Set that up. Let him know that I am willing to back.
Yeah, I mean, we can't speak for the dude. I mean,
Yo,
somebody, that's what I'm saying.
can you agree with the terms for Eduardo?
No, I'm saying
all I'm saying is,
I didn't say agree with. I said set it up. Look, every match that's happened, high-tech money match. You better believe, with the Neo versus Clockwork, Fanatiq was in there hustling that match, made it happen. Neo versus Sue, Fanatiq made that match happen. Fanatiq versus Tone and all of them. I'm just saying, I made all these matches happen. So if the fact of the matter is, what I'm saying, set it up, do what you do. You live with the nigga, or you live in the same city as that nigga, so you could be up over there setting the match up. I'm saying, set it up. I'm saying agree to the terms. Go ahead, talk to that nigga, set it up. I'm saying I will gladly be behind another high-tech money match where I will be on top. Because just so you know, I'm 1-7 right now. Just set it up.
Hey,
don't do it with number 8 and Ray Ray's gonna be number 9. Ask about me.
Go ahead.
Sounds good.
all eyes on me.
Fanatiq, can I get you to play unknown?
Yes, any amount. Any amount.
Alright.
I'm not even kidding. Look, Ski, and I mean this with all sincerity, Marvel 2 players and anyone else will tell you, I have never in my life ran from a money match for the games that I play. Never. There's not a single person on the planet that can tell me they wanted to play me for money in Marvel 2 that I was not willing to play. There's not a person on the planet that can tell me.
I played Marvel 2, fuck you, get the fuck out of here.
But you never asked me to. Well, you actually we did money match. But I'm saying I don't run from money matches. Any person you want to get set up for me to do a long set with in a high-tech money match, I will do it. I'm not kidding you. Any person. Time that nigga out. I'm running from Joker, nigga run from the street, ban that nigga out. Run from these nuts. Set me versus unknown up. Matter of fact, after I'm done with Ray Ray, I can just go straight to unknown. Like, he gonna be at the tournament. Let's get it.
We'll do that.
Real talk. I will not run from a money match. That's not what I do. And